Just sit back, relax, put on your head. Let me take you on a ride. Just sit back, relax, put on your head. Yeah, straight through the atmosphere. Just sit back, relax, put on your head. Yeah, let me take you on a ride through the atmosphere. Just sit back, relax, put on your head. Yeah, let me take you on a ride.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you listen to this. This is Matthew Bailey alongside
Carter Medina. Hello.
Yeah, and this is a very impromptu discussion slash podcast slash conversation we're having here through the
Right.
magical power of Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason being is because we both checked out the latest Netflix feature film, and actually it's coming out Friday the 26th of this year by the name
Yeah.
of Crouching
February.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. Yeah. So we managed to see it like exclusively, like we saw it in IMAX, we saw it in
Right.
3D, by the way. I honestly didn't expect it to be in 3D, but it was there.
Right.
We saw it a couple days before the actual airing on Netflix.
Right.
Yeah, and basically we're just gonna share our thoughts on that movie.
Yeah. Basically, I wasn't too clear on why it had an IMAX screening or premiere, because there's a thing other than outside of Netflix. No? It was an early thing, so we just get a chance to see that. We took it in yesterday.
We took it in digital IMAX, by the way. That's the only IMAX cinema in Trinidad and Tobago.
Or the Caribbean, for that matter.
Well, the Caribbean, pretty much. Yeah, we have it good, actually.
Yeah, how much IMAXs have in Euro South America?
I do not know, to be honest.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
Actually surprised you never do that research.
Yeah, we should.
Alright,
we should. Yeah.
Yeah, so that also this today I went in some down south and I took in Room.
So you finally watched Room? Okay.
Yeah. Probably one of the best characters.
If I could stop it just for a tiny little bit. Well, just mentioning here, guys. I like on my blog, I actually did a special Oscar team post where I talked about who I think which out of the nominees actually I think would win for win the respective awards. And for best actress, actually I had Kate Blanchett down for Carol. And I always usually do I always have like a little runner up, just in case this person doesn't win, or this movie doesn't win, or this person behind the scenes didn't win, then somebody else will. So in my case with best actress, as the runner up, I had Brie Larson for Room. So before we get into Crouching Tiger, I saw Room. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on it first.
This for me it was an excellent character piece.
Right.
Actually, one of my personal, I really wish I saw this last year. Because what we need to do is push up our list to the Oscar time instead of for the year.
Yeah.
For a top 10 list instead of because this would have definitely make my top 10 though. This was
really.
I
really enjoyed it that much. Wait, wow.
Okay. Great character piece. What it did, it reminded me of Gone Girl a little bit, which is the movie could have easily ended halfway, and then Then they say, all right, let's just take it to a further logical conclusion, and they do an excellent job with that. And it has some great performances, and it has some genuinely heartbreaking moments, and it was
Yes,
just
yes, yes, indeed,
well written.
indeed.
I think it was a book, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it is. It is based on a book. Yeah.
Right. So it was. I thought the dialogue was well written. You got a great sense of, especially with the boy.
Yeah, and he had some rather unique dialogue. The way how he spoke and things
Right.
that was really
Yeah.
creative. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a great sense of him being a good, like basically how a boy would the sad part I really don't want to talk about this because it really spoils the entire movie, and it's a movie that you have to walk in blind.
Yeah, yeah. Because I walked in
I
blind as well too. Didn't know what to expect, and then I
right,
got this
yeah,
show. Yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect with it either, and I was like, okay, I'm just go into this, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I'll say again, it is a movie that could have easily ended halfway,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't end halfway, much like with Gone Girl. That's the only spoiler I'll spoil.
Yeah.
And then they carry the characterization to a logical conclusion. And it has some genuinely, again, really, they carry it in some really dark places. A couple moments were quite dark. There's a scene with William H. Macy was actually quite brutal, I thought.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It was. It was. Yeah.
yeah, then they carried to, then it had a great moment with you could tell it was shot differently, like at the end and the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it had some smart shooting choices because it's to illustrate a sense of perspective and scale,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially with the boy's perspective, Jack, his perspective with that approach now. So
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, this was an excellent movie. Though I give it like a high IMAX actually.
Wow.
Give
Okay.
it
Okay.
yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't expect it. It was very well written, very well done, very well acted on pretty much every front.
Yeah.
Simple shooting doesn't nothing fancy or anything. With the shooting, simple shots, and they just make it work. They focus on the right characters, the two main protagonists, Brie Larson's character and the little boy,
Yeah.
and yeah, I really, really like this movie. I didn't expect to enjoy it so much. It again is because it's probably the emotional thing. It had you going back and forth with the happy and the sad now.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
So
honestly, I'm glad that you actually enjoyed the room, but just one question I wanted to ask. So, what do you think about Brie Larson's performance? Do you think it was
yeah,
really
it
Oscar worthy?
wasn't nah, yeah, it wasn't like the thing with Oscar Woody, it was subtle. Again, it wasn't a brilliant movie or this kind of mind blowing kind of thing. I mean, that sense, I didn't really like. It didn't stand out to me. Her performance didn't really stand out. It was normal. It was fine. To me, it was just more about the character rather than her per se.
Yeah,
So
agreed. Yeah,
she didn't stand out per se. I don't really get anything from it. It really is the child who really most stood out because he's such a young actor. I actually have no idea how old he is. 'Cause the character is
yeah.
supposed to
I
be
don't know
five.
either, but I
He's
doubt
supposed to
he
be
is. I
five.
doubt he's 5.
Right, exactly. He looks a lot much older than five actually. Looks
Yeah.
like at least 9. I thought just the mostly because the characterization, the moments. I call it what I call a kintsugi movie, which is
A who? A what?
if you know,
Where?
a kintsugi movie, which is it's a character where the term kintsugi really means it's you break something and then you repair it, and it comes back more beautiful than how it was originally in some circles.
Okay,
Um,
that sounds cool. Yeah.
Right, and it was the whole because they had this really cool scene with the doctor where he said it's lucky that you got him out while he was plastic, and the guy the boy says I'm real, I'm not plastic. I love that line.
Mm-hmm.
I actually love that moment because the term plastic really what they mean by plastic is that his brain plasticity is actually quite good now, so
Right.
he's not he's scarred for life or anything like that. He wasn't too old.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what the doctor meant. Oh, by the way, that doctor I think he's one of the characters in he is in the Expanse
Oh,
as a
right.
character. So
Expanse. Yeah. Which you discussed a few
right,
podcasts back, right? Yeah.
right, yeah. So just to see little nice character actors here or there in the movie, it's like, oh yeah, I know you from here, and I know this person from here.
Yeah.
Uh,
William H Macy, of course.
yeah,
We
she
know
did
him.
a
Yeah.
very small part, but he did a good role. Because what I was actually quite shocking, 'cause I didn't know who the actor was who played the um. Oh god, it's sad part I have to spoil a lot of stuff. That's the thing.
Say
If I want to
say it, because probably in the trailer anyway. Say
all
what
right,
it
so
is, because
guys,
I actually have to mention something about that particular character. But
right, serious spoiler warnings at this point. So at the point, so
warning.
yeah, massive spoiler warnings. Please skip it, and put a timestamp or something like that in this. Anyway, Millimeter Mercy, when you could tell that you could tell that the two parents were divorced because of the girl being kidnapped. Like
Oh.
I pieced that together. So it's like
All right. I actually assumed that the divorce was before. The
No,
kidnapping.
I didn't get that at all. It was because they mentioned the parents, no? And my parents, which she was keep talking about her parents were together. I mean, they're separate, and they say her friend Leo. So it's well, clearly the mother remarried.
Yeah.
And then the scene with what I thought they would have done, I thought they would have gotten because William H. is such a big actor. I thought that he would have been the step. I thought he would have been the second father, and he would have the scene connecting to the boy now. So when William H. Macy say he couldn't look at the boy, you totally understand why that was the case, because he's clearly the product of this horrible thing. The boy is the representation of the kidnapping and what went on with the fella, and basically essentially rape. He's a product of rape essentially, and and it did a great job with that whole. They didn't dwell too much on it, but it did a great job with that whole. Well, shouldn't you have given up the child, or her decision making now? Yeah. My only problem with the movie is Brie Larson's character as Joy, her character. How intelligent is this character? Because I was unclear on how the nature of the shed. To me, the shed seemed quite easy to escape from. Right, I don't know if it's
what the exception of that door, though, because she always keeps saying that there's this door and the combination, the code to.
You couldn't get out the door, but it had this window, and I was like, wait, why she couldn't figure out a way to climb out of that window?
I know, I was thinking that too, yeah.
Right. Now again, it was more, and then the guy said, intelligence is not your strong suit. So clearly she was in high school when she was kidnapped. We're not sure how old she was. Looked like about 16 or so. Mm-hmm. She mentioned that she was there for roughly 7 years. So that means she's like what? If she's 16 now, she's about 23, early 20s, 22, 23 maybe.
Yeah. I didn't really read into age with her character though. I just saw the way she looked in. Yeah.
No, but we pieced together. It was easy to piece together a lot of information, like stuff like when she was kidnapped. She was on track team, so she had in upper high school. Again, she would have been 17 maybe.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe all this. I was thinking in my head, I had 16, 17 or so. She was relatively naive because the guy said she was intelligent, but then he was a complete monster. So it didn't really and I'm glad that they kept that simple. They didn't try to make him any kind of complex figure or anything like that. Mm-hmm. He was just a horrible person, total psychotic. They didn't explain him, didn't try to, because it wasn't about him. Yeah. He best as well just be a force of nature. It wasn't like a person. He didn't need to be.
Yeah. And then, all right, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and then so I didn't get how smart she was, because to me it's that place seemed relatively easy to escape from. I don't know how well built the shed was, but to me again, you could have figured out ways to just smash that thing open. It was wood. It wasn't anyway. They show a big tractor trying to rip out the door, so it was probably well made. Mm-hmm. And I still think she could have just climbed out of that thing though, climb out of the sky thing though. So
yeah, the sky. Well,
the sky
window, but sky roof kind of thing. Yeah.
Basically the sky roof. And I didn't get that it was any kind of bulletproof glass or anything like that. So to me, she could have escaped from that. And it didn't seem to be tampered with at all. Because it was the window pane was relatively clean the entire time.
Yeah.
Then so if it was underground or something like that, it would have worked better. That was kind of bothering me. That was the only thing that bothered me. And then it's not like she was dumb, because the plan she came out with I thought was quite clever. It was prone to failure.
Don't spoil it.
It was prone to failure. No, I can't spoil it, but it was prone to failure. But it was actually quite clever. I thought what it did with that.
And it was either 50-50 chance it would have worked or not. Right. I liked how the film showed it.
But anyway, again, it's probably a bit spoiled, because I thought they were going to go darker with that, with the plan. I thought the plan was going to fail, but fail in a really disturbing way. Mm-hmm. Or I thought one of the characters was going to die or something like that. And I thought that was going to happen, but they made it dark in a different way. Yeah. And she's quite surprised with what they did with that. But yeah, no, this movie was excellent. I didn't expect to enjoy it so much. Again,
I'm really glad you did check it out, and I'm glad you did enjoy it. I just have one little particular issue though, and you kind of mentioned before, or more or less answered, right? With the antagonist being this force of nature. Right. I was really trying to kind of, although I know the film wasn't focusing a lot on that, just trying to get a proper motive as to why he did what he did.
Right. Yeah.
Why he kept captive for so long.
Yeah, no, we've seen many stories like this before. We've seen, you see it on the news ever so often. Some girl go on missing for some odd set of years, and the guy just have her, and they get pregnant. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. Probably the most famous one is this guy in Austria who had a woman trapped, and he had children with her for several children as well, and one of them died, and I think I'm not sure if that was what it was based on, because we've seen it happen in the United States as well. but yeah, so that wasn't too far fetched. Like just trying to explain that the guy wasn't. You didn't need to. You didn't need to explain the guy. The guy was just a cook. You know, it have people like this happen ever so often.
Yeah,
You know, he
yeah.
kidnapped the girl, and you know what I like about it that they get into the theme of the whole dog thing. No? So they had a whole like that. That's to me one of the nicest parts of the movie when the boys see the dog for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mentioned earlier how the dog is the evil guy uses the dog to trap the girl. So it's all of those little thematic little things that had little great little running themes now. And
Yeah.
of course, the best part of the movie and probably the Mantes no shared moment is when he said he was gonna send his hair to his mom.
Oh yes, yes,
And
yes.
for very, very, very,
That was a
very,
great moment. Yeah.
very emotional reasons.
Yeah.
Easily the best part of the movie. I thought this movie worked. I really liked it. It wasn't cheesy. It was schmaltzy, but not cheesy. It wasn't silly because of
Mm-hmm.
how dark the material was. And they kept it because if they put it from the boys' point of view, largely, they made it really work.
Yeah.
Yeah, really well written. Again, it had to be a book. This couldn't be a script
Yeah,
because
yeah,
adaptation.
like I say, it's yeah, it is
I
I think it is nominated for best adapted
Yeah, I think they should
screenplay.
win for adapted screenplay. It shouldn't win for best film or anything like that. But best adapted screenplay, yeah, it should. I think they should win it over Carol.
All
I
right,
think so. Yeah.
my pick is the Martian though. I thought you would have been like
Yeah.
Martian all the
No,
way.
listen, I love Martian. Martian is my movie, but Martian is still simplistic. I love
You
Martian
mean by
because
the
it just,
numbers?
right. No, but Martian was like my movie in the sense of it just catered to me as a geek.
Yeah,
Science, that shit. No, Martian totally worked on almost every level, but still, Martian wasn't exploratory. Forgive the pun. So yeah, I think they should win because I didn't see it. I saw Martian and I didn't see this, and I was like, when I see this, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's still fresh in my mind. It probably will drop over time by the time the awards come across. But dude, I really like this movie.
all
Like
right.
I started to root for this movie now. I didn't expect to enjoy it so much.
Okay, well, it's going up for best picture as well too. So
I don't think it'll win that.
nah, 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 nah.
I think it's too small. Too much politics involved. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
but
think it'll
it
win.
would be an achievement for a show like that to win at least for best actress.
No,
That would be great.
that'll be amazing. That like
I
shut
mean,
up
I
all the
love Kate Blanchett and all too. I think
right,
she's like the best actress working in Hollywood right now. But
right.
still, if Brie were to win, wow,
Yeah, yeah,
kudos.
that'll be shocking too.
Yeah,
No, but if it win Best Picture, that'll be like that'll immediately like in the eyes of the quote unquote cynics bring back the Oscars back to legitimacy, and because everybody that's so cynical about it's a big political process and people who shouldn't be on the awards in the academy part of the academy the selection committee they should be there, and it have like a bunch of people who definitely should not be there in my opinion. But if that movie win, that'll totally shock everybody. It'll be like, what? The Oscars actually choose the movie that we like,
yeah.
all the film people like, whatever. So there's that. Yeah, big rating. Enjoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, my quick little rating, if anything, I gave it a 4. Well, I would give it a 4.
right.
It's a show that I really have to like revisit. Not
Yeah.
in a hurry, of course, but I did see it. In terms of just seeing as much nominated films as possible, so I could make my predictions list. And like I said, I had that down as a runner up for best actress. I don't have
Right.
it down for anything else though. I still think that Martian will win for best adapted screenplay, and I
Okay.
actually
Yeah.
put The Big Short as the
Okay.
runner up. Yeah,
Right. Okay.
just for the way how they took the concept, or at least the theme of the story, and just presented it in all these different ways. That was really creative.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't watch back this movie a second time because that
The
movie is too emotional.
Mantias.
No,
I mean,
but it's very emotionally draining, because it's like, oh shit, this is like one of the worst things that could happen to a person, too.
of
And then the
course,
person
yeah.
have to live, go on with life now. And
Yeah,
they
that,
do it
that,
for-
that was the part that really hit me the most now.
I know,
Having to
but
move on from that, yeah.
right. And it reminded me of a second, it's kind of like much like with Gone Girl, how Gone Girl reminded me how we could have finished. It kind of reminded me of Spotlight in the sense of just keeping it human. They didn't hype it up. They didn't make it I get a typical quote unquote Oscar bait movie where they like have the camera up in Brie Larson's face and she like, you shouldn't tell me to be nice and that shit no.
Yeah.
Just keep it normal, like this is how a person will melt down. People don't melt down the way you would do it. And then because they put it from the child point of view, it's just characters shouted to me in a workably reasonable and realistic way. It's not melodrama. Very little or to no melodrama was in this movie. It had some, but not too much. And again, because Brie Larson's character worked, it just made it normal, like how a person would just do things. And again, probably the most shocking part of the movie, the boy just wake up and he just hear coughing. They didn't no music, they don't nothing, just make it silent and normal, and then they just make it like, oh shit, this happened.
Yeah.
Like wow. They made it really work in that way, So yeah, I'm not gonna watch it over again because I
Oh,
I,
boy.
I can't deal with them that stuff too long. You go watch it once, enough.
Yeah.
So that was a little too intense for me in that way because of the nature of the story.
Yeah, I hear you. But at least I'll try to check out the book.
Yeah, no,
At least I'll give the book a read at least.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna buy this book, Jared, because I was like, that was so well done. Because The Martian I already read, from after seeing the movie.
Yeah, I still need to read
Right.
that book though.
In the case of The Martian, because The Martian was done on a blog, I knew most of the blog, but I didn't actually read the book. But I just saw familiar with some of the things and a bunch of stuff that was changed. But with the book, I want to read this book.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the book. Not gonna buy the book with the shitty cover. 'Cause you know, movies always do that bullshit now on book
Oh yeah,
sales.
now a major motion picture. Ah.
Right. They'll have Brie Larson and the boy on the cover. That bullshit. I ain't gonna buy
Yeah,
that.
I know they have that for Martian. I already know that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And all right, now for awkward segue, I know I've taken a little cue from you. And speaking of novels, now we're gonna get to a film, or at least the sequel to a film that was based on a novel.
Yeah, like a series of novels, so on and so
Yeah,
on,
series of novels. It
I
was
don't know
written
that.
by Wang Dulu, and
Uh-huh.
of course we're talking about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Right. Now, quick question: was this the second of the novels?
I do not know, to be
Or,
honest.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
Because
I wasn't even sure if it was a novel at all. I just thought it was just
Right.
like a story that they just created, for
Right, me too.
sequel purposes now.
right. Okay. My thing is that it didn't because I get the feeling when I was watching, I was like, oh yeah, this is a serial novels. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh well, this is the second novel, and they're gonna make all then. If once they get the budget and the money for it, they should make
Yeah.
all. I got that feeling, and so that was kind of shocking. I was like, oh great, that means you could get more of these movies.
yeah.
So-
Actually, I'm reading it up here right now because I have Wikipedia right in front of me right now.
Okay, yeah.
The first film, which came out in 2000, directed
Yeah.
by Ang Lee, it was actually based on the fourth novel.
Right.
Yeah, it's a pentology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
What
was
is it?
based on-
Crane
that was-
Iron Pentology. That's the name of it. Crane
wait,
Iron
so-
Pentology. That sounds awesome.
So wait, that was the fourth book.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to like, okay, so I'll piece it together later. All right, no
Yeah.
problem.
And apparently this one here, well, the new one is the based on the fifth and the last
Oh.
book in the series.
That means you're getting prequels.
Yay! At least we'll get to see what happened before
Yeah, so they could
the first and
justify-
second movies, which will be
so they could-
pretty interesting.
So
Yeah.
they could justify bringing back Chow Yun Fat for something.
or somebody to look like a younger version of him.
Yeah, that'll be a problem too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
yeah,
Well. Before we get into like what Sword of Destiny was, and if we enjoyed it, and that, just want to do a little recap of the first film.
yeah.
Well,
because
I'm not
yeah.
gonna run through the whole story because I don't need to. It's definitely a show you have to see if you
Yeah,
haven't
exactly.
see it.
And for me, it was quite a brilliant film. I actually, when I saw it at the time, I actually quite loved it. I thought it was really sweet, really well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Really, really tragic and well made. And it
Yeah.
was just, and then the combat was just kick ass. It was just
Of
really
course,
kick
yeah.
ass combat.
Yeah.
It came a year after the Matrix, and I was still
Right.
really
I was just
impressed.
about to say that actually.
And for me as a teenager, when I was what 8, when 2000, I was like 15, 14 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Matrix was the high water mark of quote unquote martial arts movies and this kind of thing. But I was a big Jackie Chan fan and big Jet Li fan and all that stuff. So I didn't have like Matrix was this one isolated kung fu movie. Of course,
Yeah.
we in Trinidad we watching martial arts and kung fu films on AVM for years and whatever.
Yeah, and then
So-
also too, and good thing you bring up EVM. The thing is
Yeah.
with EVM is that, all right, like I don't know if you're familiar, but like in the States, for example, like in the 70s and 80s, you used to have a station, Channel 5, and every Saturday they used to show like martial art films.
Yeah.
And of course, that's where the members of the Wu-Tang Clan got inspired and all that stuff. We
Yep.
we know that, right? We never really got like the real classics. We never got the Jackie Chan's or the Golden Lose, We always
Yeah.
got like the really bargain basement kung fu
Yeah.
movies, but we didn't
Yeah.
care at the time. It was just so
And we didn't
awesome.
watch it, and it was
Yeah.
still good. I still
Yeah.
really love the movies.
And then of course like during the 90s when I just used to love going cinema and thing, I always remembered I think it was like the Easter holidays or the summer holidays or
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
one of those two or the Christmas holidays. We
Yeah.
always got a martial arts movie. It was
Yeah.
usually like a Jet Li movie. Like it was always be a
Yeah.
Jet Li movie or something similar. And then
Yeah.
of course, Rumble in the Bronx came out in '95, and then it was just all these
Yeah.
Jackie Chan action films, where
Yeah,
he
either-
is in
yeah.
a different country,
Right.
and they were really highlights for me, looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
the next Jet Li or Jackie Chan movie. And then of
Yeah,
course
no,
the
but for
Matrix come out and then just blew
Right.
everybody's minds,
Right.
I was really
And
interested in that. It was like
you think-
Hollywood taking real, true martial arts and showing it in a very unique way,
Right, yeah, and the thing is with Jackie, at the time we don't know this, but we realized that Jackie coming to the United States was like a big hamper to him. It held him back.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, what Jackie could really do when you get to see his films, away? And it's like once you see him shoot in Europe and with his material, and he, putting his life on the line essentially, to get these amazing stunts, amazing shots, amazing
Yeah.
fight sequences.
But he was doing that before he came to the States, so before Rumble in the Bronx, he was doing all these death-defying stunts. So. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That like before we knew what he really went through in the back in Hong Kong and in Europe and some of the stuff in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite movies, arguably one of my favorite movie of his. Even though it's not that good of a movie, it has the best fight scene, which is Who Am I?
Yes.
That
was a great movie. I always remember the Australia scenes. Yeah, those were cool.
Yeah, always loved that movie. It's a very, very, very kind of shitty Euro trash kind of movie, but it's still really well done.
The final fight as hell, but it was fun.
Yeah. The final fight in that was just awesome. Anyway, let's talk about.
And then moving along, and then Crouching Tiger came out, and for me that was the first time I ever saw Wuxia. That's Wuxia, and it was more like how to describe it? It's basically like England would have their tales of knights and stuff, King Arthur and stuff, gallant knights fighting and stuff. This was the Chinese version of that, where you had these great martial arts masters, fighting and doing all these adventurous stuff. They were the knights more or less in the story. And the way how going in blind, I expected like this non-stop kung fu fest. I didn't get that. I got this really interesting story, a lot of backstory, a lot of interesting characters, a lot of emphasis on the female characters as well too, more particularly Michelle Yeoh's character, Shulin, who shows back up in the this new film here. Then again, you have to remember it comes from Ang Lee, who and actually before seeing the second film, yesterday during the time of this recording, I took in the first film, of course, and then took in the movie that he made before that, which was a Civil War Western / war film called Ride with the Devil.
Right.
It was a film that wasn't really that well received, and I understand why, because it's really this unconventional take on the Civil War. Like, I'm telling you this right now, and you would think you're expecting a whole set of battle scenes, but just really like, it involves this group of guys that they call the Bushwhackers. I forgot the other group that they were fighting for. It's just basically those two groups warring against each other. Tobey Maguire was the star. Jewel, the singer, was there. Jeffrey Wright was there. And it was just really like them just going through the motions, just them just trying to live in this war. But it wasn't so much about the war, it was just about the characters kind of just moving in and out and that. So it was really unique, And a lot of people didn't really pick up on it, but like I saw it now and thinking about how Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was, where you expected a lot of action, but you got this really intricate story,
Yeah.
And it was so different, compared to what came out before in terms of martial arts and wuxia films, right?
Right.
And I kind of got that, like, this is kind of like Ang Lee style now, And then the script was written by James Sheamus, who also wrote for Ride the Devil as well, too. So I assume that, basically they just wanted to bring in something different to a familiar genre, Right. I was thinking maybe that's what he was trying to do with Hulk back in 2003.
Yeah,
trying to bring a really unique spin on the superhero genre.
I'll go back and defend that Hulk film, right? That 2003 Hulk film. I defend that movie.
I was liking it up, but then I think it's the halfway point where I got lost. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Why this happening?
It had a lot of problems, and I get a feeling that a lot of this stuff was out of his hands. But I had to do a little more research to see if this movie is really defensible as much. I thought it was interesting in some ways, and in some ways I do prefer it to the 2008 Hulk film personally. I just thought the 2008 Hulk film was just bland and straightforward, and it came and went, and I forgot about it.
I think it was a little too bleak for me, but a little too downcast for me,
Right.
Although Hulk is kind of downcast, but just the film was just like a downer to me, And then who was the actor who played Hulk in that one?
Which one? Eric Bana or
No,
Edward
not
Norton?
Eric Van. Edward Norton just played it
Yeah,
off even worse. He was just more sour than
yeah,
anything else. You know, it was
yeah.
just
I find
downer. You know.
yeah, because the thing is, it catered to the Hulk fans a little too much, but that to me that was the problem. It was just too much for comic book fans. Yeah, I just was kind of underwhelmed by that one movie, frankly. But the other Hulk film, it again severely flawed. I'm not denying that, but it had some things I liked in terms of the characterization. You just to me, Chris, I think what was Nick Nolte or Chris Christopherson was the father. Nick Nolte, right?
Nick Nolte.
Yeah, Nick Nolte was just he kind of killed it actually. I mean, if they focused differently on him and they instead of it, I think the mistake was trying to make him a villain, a super villain. They should have just kept it with the father son stuff. I like that, but to me, it was really they should have, just shift a little bit of focus. I don't know. It's a movie I kind of defend. I mean, a lot of people hated it. I'm not denying that. I could see why I totally hated it. But it's a movie in many ways, I kind of prefer it to, the 2008 one.
And then, well, I forgot the. All right. Well, the other movie that I remember from Ang Lee, of course, was Brokeback Mountain.
Right,
Sparked a
yeah.
lot of critical praise and controversy. Just off the taboo subject matter at this time.
Right.
And it's still shocking to me up to this day, earned Ang Lee, a Best Director win in the Academy Awards. I was like, what?
Yeah. No, but it's a movie. That is a movie that I thought was excellent.
All right, I haven't seen it. I should give it a
Was that?
chance. Just no, I said I haven't seen it yet, but I should actually give it a try.
Oh wow! Okay, I thought you saw that. No, it's a movie I actually really like. Because the big shocking thing about it wasn't so much as the gay relationship. That was shocking on its own. But really, what happened to Jake Gyllenhaal's character? That was the big shocking part for me.
That's what.
Yeah. That was like, oh shit, that's what happened in the movie. Okay, that's actually a big deal though.
Yeah.
And it's a slight cliche, but it was still again kind of one of those things that exists in a vacuum. So that's why it had such a big impact on people. And it should have won because everybody remember the big bullshit that went on that year, which was Crash won. That bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
In retrospect, though, I mean, Crash.
Yeah. Crash is
Good for its
to me,
time, but it doesn't hold up. It
mediocre.
really doesn't hold up.
Utter mediocre. No, Crash was totally mediocre. Joe. Like it was, and it just tried to be shocking because it appealed to race, but it was race in the most stupid, most naive and just frankly immature way. In terms of the writing and Crash was just fucking dumb. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a movie that I don't understand why people like and why that won the awards. But that was like a perfect example of just the Academy. Like that's when it started because we had to talk about Academy shenanigans and right.
No,
why
but
people
I
just
really like the fact that we're supposed to be talking about Crouch Attack and we're going to the Academy Awards, but we just want to cover just one more Ang Lee movie and then we'll jump back to
No, it's still relevant to Ang Lee and Crouch
Of course,
Attack.
of
It's still
course,
there.
yeah.
We still reel it back in. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course we had all right, just before I forget, Crouch Tiger actually the first film actually got won 4 awards, which includes best foreign language film and best original score. And I always remember the score for it. The score was fantastic, loved it. And then the last Ang Lee film that I actually remember seeing, actually saw it on the big screen. I'm so grateful that I saw it there. Was Life of Pi.
Love
Brilliantly shot, filmed, edited.
Yeah, I remember reading the book for that, and one of my favorite authors, Margaret Atwood, I remember gave a great review of it. Then she had a great interview involving the book Life of Pi, and I was like, oh shit, this book brilliant though. When I heard they was going to do a movie, I was like, oh great, and I thought they did the movie reasonably well. It had problems, but for the most part, I really enjoyed what they did with it.
Yeah, and the CG for it, the visual effects were phenomenal.
Yeah,
especially like what they did with that tiger. Awesome.
Great job with the materials. Like, oh shit, like this is where CG is now, boy. Wow.
Yeah. Right. So now we get into the heart of the matter now. So when I saw the trailer for the Soul of Destiny online, and it was like a Netflix exclusive movie, I was like, okay, clearly Ang Lee is not involved in this, or is he? And then I read up that the director was actually Yuen Wo-ping, who did the fight choreography for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon and Matrix. And, he's a veteran in terms of martial arts choreography. He did, he actually made films as well, too. He made Drunken Master back in 1979. Still one of the best Kung Fu movies ever. Yeah, the first one. He directed that.
Right. Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, and he directed some more films and, choreographed some more fights in other films as well too. And during let's just say the late 2000s, he started to do these wuxia films, but wuxia in the sense that there was a lot of visual effects and a lot of over the top stunts and things. And I saw a lot of that well, more or less a little subdued in this movie here. I
Right.
remember the last film that I saw from called True Legend, and I went in thinking I was gonna get this really awesome film, and it was just kind of good, kind of mediocre, but not just kind of forgettable. And I was
Yeah.
hoping that it wasn't going to fall along that part where they got cool fight scenes, cool looking sets and stuff, but no story or little to no
Right.
story. And
Yeah.
surprisingly, with this one, with the Sword of Destiny, for what it was, the story was on point. I really enjoyed the how it was paced, how the story was told, where it was
Right.
going, and all that stuff. But
Was that
before we get to my view, Ricardo, you want to share your thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, so okay, so it's a movie I liked when I watched it with you at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were talking about it. We were in the down in the garage, down on the IMAX, talking about it with your brethren. But with a little bit of time passing, I kind of started to pick up on the flaws, and when it started to run through my memory of what this movie appealed to my kid and me that love martial arts. It had some great fights.
Yes, it did.
Loved it.
I felt like watching those, like just watching the TV like on a Saturday afternoon,
Yeah,
watching those
yeah,
films. It really took me
thing
back
is,
there.
the fights were, even though a lot of the fights were kind of by the numbers, it was still really well done. And one of the fights in particular was just really well, just you know which one I'm talking about. There's a
Yeah,
fight in a frozen lake.
on a
Just
frozen
so
lake,
kick,
it is
yeah,
awesome.
so kick ass, so well done.
Yeah,
But the thing is, the downfall of the film is the editing. I think it didn't have a strong enough story to tie, and it didn't really tie the narrative together so well.
mm-hmm.
So it just felt like, well, it just beat by beat by beat, and it didn't feel like a connected or coherent narrative at all. Actually, the more and more I think about it, it's like,
Yeah,
oh well, why it is okay? I get what happened, but it didn't. It wasn't. It was really. I think it just they just edited a bunch of fight sequences together, and it, like they needed a older. I don't know what they needed, but like a person who just like a proper supervisor to edit and see how this narrative flew, and I didn't have that.
yeah.
Um, so the film that stuff like that is just completely break a film for me, and this one it kind of did. I had a lot of fun with it. I got what was going on, but it just didn't flow for me really good. I think what happened, and I think you mentioned this when we were talking when we saw in film, was that they should have focused on Donnie Yen's character a little more and make him more of the locus of the story, and they didn't really do that.
Yeah,
So
and the funny thing is that he is on the poster, but
right,
when we're going into the film, you
right,
assume that it is Michelle Yeoh's character, Shulin, and
yeah,
because she survived the previous film, she's trying to move on from the fact that, spoiler alert in case you haven't seen the last film, uh, Chow Yun Fat's character dies.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And
No, but
I
it
kind of assumed that the story was going to be centered on her, and then we introduced to Donnie Yen's character about
right,
15 minutes in. He
yeah,
plays Silent Wolf, and then, well, not gonna
you learn
say what
right,
happened, but he
right.
has something to do with her past as well too.
Right, yeah,
Yeah,
and I thought they should have made a little better, like just the connective tissue, making a better job of connecting. Well, why these characters are important to each other, why so and so. They just most of it is told. It's not shown, and I
right,
had an
right, right.
issue with that.
Yeah,
So you're supposed to do these like cut-in story beats in terms of, and it's just told, like it's told to us, which is fine, but that's not a movie. You
yeah.
need to have edit this together, make it better, make it connect things a little better. And
But do you think that because it's 5 books in total? Because honestly, I didn't even know that there were 5 books. I thought it was just one book, and they
right,
just decided to make a film based off of what we know from the first film. Do you think
right,
that they could have just started, like Netflix and all could have just started with the first 3 books and
that is what
then
it should,
jump into the
yeah,
fifth one? Kind of like a
right,
Lord of
that
the
is
Rings kind of thing. And then
right, that
oh yeah, one little thing too. They do a lot of Lord of the Rings ish kind of stuff in terms of like the cinematography, the lighting. It feels a
yeah,
lot like being back on Middle Earth. At least in
yeah.
most shots in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it had like a ridiculous rim light that was like blatantly
Oh
obvious.
yeah, I remember that.
No, I get a feeling that the production wasn't smooth. So like they had you get a feeling that a lot of stuff was rushed and they had like a really tight time to shoot.
Yeah.
That's how it felt, because it felt like, oh well, things just not working out, and but they just got what they wanted to get right, and they just say, all right, let's go with that. So
Well, personally, I just think with the story that even the first film felt big, but it
right,
wasn't as big as this one tried to be. This one had like a lot of
right,
backstory, a lot of history behind the
right,
characters. That's fine, because I kind of like seeing, why should we care about these characters? What do you have to do with the overall story? But sometimes it just feels like a little too much. And then
Yeah.
it's like well, then again too and this might well, for me this was a little issue, but this is what I kind of liked about the film. I know a lot of people who probably loved the previous film for the non-martial arts aspects might not like this one here. It
Right.
really feels legitimately like a old school martial arts film or
Yeah.
wuxia film where this is what I was always like kind of say, like literally every 5 minutes is a fight scene, and then you have
Yeah.
a little exposition, and then you have another fight scene thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so it's
first.
those little exposition scenes that I wouldn't say they're too far and in between, but it's just
Yeah.
trying to add a lot to this basic story, pretty much. Trying to
Right.
add a lot of characters, a lot of this, a lot of
Yeah.
situations. Yeah.
And it didn't gel together very well. I think that was the big issue. The first film really gelled well.
Yeah. You
This
kind of
one,
understood why the
yeah,
characters were how,
yeah.
and why they acted
This
that way. You felt that.
right.
Yeah,
This
this one
one,
is
this
just
one,
like, all right, this guy could fight, he could do this, she could do this. And nearly most of the main characters in this film could fight, which is funny.
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. No, but this one, that's why it suffered. It just didn't gel. A movie needs to be more than some of its parts, and this one didn't really do that. It was just parts.
Yeah,
It was just it was just
yeah.
parts. Everything, every single thing you like, but it needed to coalesce into And then again,
Yeah, and
you,
and
you
also
keep,
too, I think it's because of what the previous one did in terms of the story. It's
Right.
like it raised that bar. It
Yeah.
more or less just showed, it proved to people that you can tell a story in this genre. It's not just about
Right.
fighting and I
Right.
can do this better than you. There was a real story with emotional heft into it. And this
Yeah.
one is just like, all right, we just going back old school. This is a throwback here. If you care about the characters or not, it doesn't matter. It's just about how skilled they are in terms of fighting. That's kind of like why you should care about Donnie Yen's
Right.
character or whatnot.
right. Yeah. No, so that's my only issue with it. And that's the whole thing. So I have to give it but I'm just gonna give a quick rating now
Yeah, do
because
that. And
I
then
think
I'll
I'm
give
waiting
mine
to
after.
yeah, no, I'm waiting to talk about other than just just the editing issues and just more like this just they could have a more skilled hand could have just taken this to a higher level, but didn't do that. I will give it a high CC8. That's where I'll put it.
All right.
Not a movie tongue. It doesn't make it movie tongue just yet, but it's just a high CC8. I still recommend it. I would go on Netflix and get it and probably watch it over again. I could
Yeah.
see that happening. But I couldn't it was in my head, it was like a high movie tongue, and then when time passed and I actually started to think about it, it had a lot of problems that I didn't really care for. Little editing issues here or there again, and more skilled hand and a little more time could have really polished this a little bit. I think that's the only issue. That
Yeah.
movie was just a bit unpolished. It felt very unpolished in that way.
All right. I hear you.
It's good fighting, and I'm not knocking that. Cinematography was solid and all these things. But
Yeah.
it's little things, there's little moments and how to pace it and how it wasn't paced well enough. Had little issues with that, and the humor didn't work because again all of this little editing thing just didn't come together the way I would have liked it to compared to the first film. So and it did only a lot of the story beats and a lot of fan references to the first film. It had a lot
of course. And I liked what
Yeah.
they did there in terms of that.
Great
Reminding us what
callbacks,
happened
yeah.
before, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of great callbacks it had, and so I knew what to look for. That was it, but just I didn't like it that much. I wanted to like it, but I'll give it a high CC8. It's still watchable, not unwatchable. It's still solid, but it didn't live up to the first one. I have to say.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. For me, if I could give it a rating, I would give it probably a 3.5 a strong 3.5 to a light 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
For me, this was like the throwback for the old school kung fu fan inside of me.
Oh, no,
so
yeah,
I felt right at home with the stuff and all that. But
Right.
really, because of the title and because of what the previous film did and how ambitious it was into the story, it's
Right.
a bit of a letdown. So it's kind of like watching two different films, and it really does feel like two different films. It's just like you see a familiar character, of course. The only familiar character being Michelle Yeoh's character. And she was
Right.
fantastic, of course. I mean, she never
Yeah.
disappoints, at least to me.
Oh yeah, she was good. Yeah, she was good.
Donnie Yen doesn't disappoint
Yeah,
as
good.
well too. He's awesome as well too. And then we have some other interesting characters as well too. Some of them are there for a short period of time. Others
Yeah.
last a little longer. We have a really cool villain as well too. I didn't expect it. A little two-dimensional, but
Right,
he was
yeah.
serviceable. You expect
Right.
that in shows like that, But still
Right.
as well too, if you loved the first film, you love what the first film did, you'll look at this one and be like, this doesn't this doesn't hold up, or this doesn't feel like the old film. And
Right.
I guess it's even worse if you're not familiar with that style of like martial arts film. You're not familiar with that. Like if your only introduction to wuxia or martial arts film in general were like stuff like Crouch the Tiger, Hidden Dragon, of course, Hero, which I still
Yeah.
think is probably the best in terms of the new wuxia films,
Yeah.
House of Flying Daggers, and all those
Right.
kind of films. Yeah,
Yeah.
you would feel like this was a letdown. It was just too much action, too much style, not enough substance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
No, me too,
As
you know.
being a fun film, that's why I give it that rating. But still, in
Yeah.
terms of like Crouching Tiger's story standards, it's a
Right, yeah.
little
Yeah, a little
step
too much.
down. Yeah.
A little too much. Yeah, a little too much style, not enough substance. So that was
Yeah,
my big.
but
Yeah,
other than that, though,
there was a good,
it looks very well. It's shot very well. The action sequences look really really good. The
Yeah.
fight choreography on point.
right.
The humor, it's there. It's not
So
like
it had
a laugh
some.
fest all through.
Yeah, yeah, it had some great moments. I thought. It was a little cliched because you
Yeah.
kind of saw a lot of the jokes coming a mile away, but still really well done. I thought.
Yeah, and I would just say this finally. But for me though, I'm just really glad that people are taking an interest to genres such as this.
Yeah.
Like from our childhood, we used to see martial arts movies coming out like probably 3 or 4 times a year, but now it's not like that anymore. Far
Right.
less you don't even see any TV series more or less dedicated to martial arts now.
Yeah.
But just the fact that Netflix is willing to take this familiar film that people saw back in 2000, loved, and decide to do a sequel. I realize this is something that Netflix doing. They're taking familiar franchises and making sequels or spin-offs now. It's like we have Fuller House coming out the day after the screen this recording.
Bullshit. That gonna be bullshit.
Yeah, I saw the trailer of it. Don't care
Bullshit.
anymore.
Yeah, that gonna be.
We having this Pee-wee feature film. I'm like, why
Right.
exactly? No.
Yeah, I'm actually surprisingly disappointed in that because this is gonna be terrible and it
leave
was
the
like
Tim Burton movie now. Leave that. And I
Yeah,
remember there was
yeah.
a sequel, but nobody cares about the sequel. Leave the Tim
Right.
Burton movie where it is. It's a
What do you
classic, right?
Netflix. All Netflix have that coming out. I only give a shit about is the double season 2 Punisher.
Yeah, yeah. And yes, and did you see the trailer? The part 2 of the trailer that came out before.
Right, that came out-
The part
came
2
out the
that
other-
came out today actually.
Right.
Yeah, check it out.
Other
It's
little-
fantastic.
Yeah, other little film things before we wrap up is well, you heard news is that Batman v Superman gonna have a R-rated version.
R-rated director's cut. So when it comes out on
Director's cut,
home
yeah.
media, you will get to see the R-rated.
So that
version.
means folks. I don't know. Yeah. So that means folks that Lex Luthor is gonna steal 41 cakes in this one. That's how dark and serious it's getting. He's gonna steal not 40 cakes but 41 cakes. If you get a Jew.
Yes. We
Then
might get a couple of F-bombs. We might see.
I saw
we
the
might
trailer. I
see blood.
saw- yeah, we're gonna get like an extra, like 2 extra fucks. Something like that.
Clearly.
That
Because,
means Zack
'cause-
Snyder. That means Zack Snyder's gonna give extra fucks in the movie.
Exactly.
Not gonna give 0 fucks. Gonna give extra fucks.
Extra, yeah.
Another thing we saw is that do you know that there's gonna be a joint movie of the villain from Ju-on and the villain from Ju-on is the Ring, right? Yeah. From
No,
the Ring.
no, Ringo is Ring. Ju-on
Right.
is not the Grudge.
The Grudge, yes,
yeah,
right.
You're right,
Right,
Grudge,
so
right.
Ringu, the villain from Ringu and the villain from Ju-on gonna clash in a movie soon. That's coming. The trailer came out in Japan, so it's basically
You
Japanese.
serious?
The Japanese Freddy versus Jason is gonna come out.
Wow.
That's incredibly stupid, but I expect it to be awesome though. So that is a total fan service thing. So that I was
Yeah, clearly. If they really focus on these scares, I think it might work. But instead of playing for parody like what Freddy versus Jason did,
Right, exactly. So that's that. Well,
Yeah, but that's baffling. That was
So it's
that's really
yeah,
weird.
early March has something. Oh right, next movie is gonna be 1 Cloverfield Lane, 10 Cloverfield
10
Lane. Sorry.
Cloverfield Lane. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that.
that's coming out in a couple of weeks, I believe.
Yeah, very, very soon. So that'll more likely be our next movie we're going to be taking in.
Yeah, and the less I know about it, the better as well too. Oh yeah, also London Has Fallen is coming out as well
Yeah,
too,
but-
around that
but
same
watch-
time. I don't
gonna-
know if I'm gonna check it out. I mean, I saw
Okay.
Olympus Has Fallen. It was
Right,
good, but
yeah, it was,
you know,
Roller Coaster one was kind of bullshit, but there
all
was
ridiculous with the violence. At least to me,
was
it
the
was
other
ridiculous.
one that was the other one that Oral and America made? That was similar to
White House Down.
White House Down. Yeah, so I actually really like I actually really like White House Down because it did. Yeah, it was dumb as shit, but it was basically a really good Die Hard movie, like done well, like a modern Die Hard movie. It's shocking at how all the copycats of Die Hard movies doing better than damn Die Hard movies.
I know, right?
Yeah, but this London Has Fallen is incredibly silly, but I'm gonna see it because I expect to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to enjoy it but I'm gonna call it now. Morgan Freeman is the villain.
Oh Christ!
Yeah,
all along he was the bad guy.
Yeah. So you're gonna shoot this motherfucker. You know, you're gonna give us a line like that, just like in that stupid movie with McAvee. You know? So yeah, where you bending the bullets, that bullshit.
Oh, dude, Wanted was awesome though, but the comic book was way better.
Yeah,
it's true. We had a lot from the material, but the comic book was way better.
The movie lose me when Morgan Freeman yelled out, "Kill this motherfucker." That was funny as hell, but it was so stupid. Like, yeah, all right, we done.
Yeah, but I admit, the first time I saw it, I didn't really like it. But the second time, when I just shut my brain off, I was like,
yeah, no,
okay,
yeah,
now again, right.
I went to see it with Dad, and it was like, yeah, just me and he just totally enjoyed it. I was like, that's so silly and ridiculous. So it was just awesome. So
yeah, but the comic though, if you haven't read it, I know Mark Miller wrote it.
Right. Yeah, it's a total Mark Miller movie. Yeah, totally Mark.
Excellent.
And his style of writing, his silly kind of writing.
Yeah, a real anti-superhero comic all the way. Yeah.
Meta stuff. Yeah, a lot of meta kind of content, kind of stuff, similar to Kick-Ass and the rest. No? So
yeah.
Yes, that. Anyway.
All right.
So
So Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. I would still say check it out on Netflix or whatever. It's like the perfect Sunday afternoon flick, you know, have your bag of popcorn, have your drink,
right,
and just have fun with it. It's a show not to take too seriously, or you know, you're not gonna have like a box of tissues like which you may have had for the last film, you know. But it's an overall fun movie. Just you know, stories are lagging, but other than that, genuine throwback to the old school kick-up movies. And I am just personally, as a fan of kung fu movies, just hoping to see more movies like this come out. Well, maybe not through Netflix, but you know, just Hollywood taking more attention to it, or at least the Hong Kong film industry, or whatever. Yeah, making more films like that, catering to us fans.
Right. I don't tell people to skip it at all. Go see it, but you know, it have its problems. So
yeah, and it also looked pretty good in 3D though. Well, and one more thing. One last thing we should mention. We saw we saw it with a Chinese dub, and I would say like the voice acting for that Chinese dub was excellent. Yeah. But the interesting thing is that every actor in the film spoke English. You literally see the mouth move, you know, seeing the text on screen. Yeah. So I'm not sure, you know, with you know, when Netflix brings it out tomorrow, as in the day after this recording, if it'll be in English. If it is in English or whether it's in Chinese, well, I mean, I'm watching it again, but it will be interesting if it's in English. If it's in Chinese, however, then I'm wondering if they'll have like a media release where you get you know, both languages.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna do that because if they want to make money and American audiences, they're gonna have because people hate reading. So
yeah, people do.
Yeah,
you know, anime, for example.
Yeah. Right. No, so you'll dub it over anyway, even though it's a shitty dub and it's ruined the experience. However.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty much it for our impromptu Skype session. Well, the room. Definitely check it out as well too.
Right.
And also, well, if you have seen the room, what do you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Also too. Do you think that Brie Larson will win Best Actress for it? Do you think Room will win Best Picture for it? And of course, Sword of Destiny. Did you see it? Did you like the show? Did you hate the show? Do you think that the previous film was way better, or you love this one more? You know. Any final words?
No, not really. Just I just hyping for just Batman v Superman, and that's my thing for the weekend.
Tickets are going on sale Monday as well, so we have to talk about that.
Yeah, pick that shit up.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be an opening day or if it'll be like the opening weekend. We'll see.
I want to see it as soon as possible on my birthday, maybe. So I don't know what day that is. I'm gonna check my calendar now.
It's not the day after it comes out. Like if it comes out on the Wednesday, your birthday is like the following day, right?
I think that's Tuesday. Yeah,
right. Well, we'll figure out something from there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't mind the Wednesday, whatever. Just see it as soon as I can.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing it first and then rubbing it in people's face on social media. I do that.
Yeah, I wanna see it on the premiere day actually, or at least a premiere shot, or even if there are midnight screening, because I went to see the midnight screening not the premiere screening. No, for not Dark, but yeah, that too. I went to see I'm not for Dark Knight Rises, but for Banner Steel.
Okay.
For the prequel to this, to the previous movie from this. So I want to see I'm like a big screening for this and just a big lime and just make it a real dread thing and reaching for that. So
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
happen. It could happen. Yeah.
yeah, I'll take that team.
Right. Okay.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So you guys have something to watch this weekend. If you guys don't care so much about the Academy Awards as much as I do, and Ricardo
Yeah.
to extent, there's
Yeah.
Sword of Destiny. You could check that out.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
that's my little recommendation, and basically. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, right?
All right.
All right. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you listen to this. Once again, this is Matthew, and
Ricardo Medina.
signing off. So till next time.
Later.
All right.